night for the movies.
Minutes to go to call it front row club because there's only so many spaces in the front row, and you have to have a truck or a van to be in the front row. And then if you notice, everybody spreads out lawn chairs, tables, carpets, elaborate. We have 3 chairs, a comforter, a table, a carpet, 2 radios, a cooler. You just spread everything out like you're camping, and you set out. We used to do, when the drive-in used to open real early in the spring and go late for the fall, we'd be bundled up in the spring and bundled up in the fall. And now it's a shorter season, but we set out every night unless it's raining, we set out.
8 minutes to go to showtime. 25, 22, number 67, number 67. One amp, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6. $5 now, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. $5 on the right, $5 on the right. Hey, this nice table. $10 now, $10 now, $10 now, $5 for it. $5 now, $5 now, $5 now, $2 7 minutes to go to showtime.
I'm driving 47 summers now. It started when I was 10. My parents moved to Mechanicsburg, and that first summer, my mom brought me over for the first film, which the very first film I ever saw was Return to Peyton Place.
Memories growing up here? Well, of course, watching my grandfather be an entertainer. He loved to entertain. He loved to entertain children and adults. And if that meant he had to act like a clown or act silly or maybe bring other people involved in it, he would do that.
We called Vance, I called him, and I think my sister did too, called him Pack. We always liked to be around Pack because he was always a lot of fun. And we'd go out on pickups and deliveries. We used to sell new furniture, so we'd go along on the deliveries. In the restaurant, we couldn't handle money or anything like that. So if it meant putting a box up to the soda machine and draw sodas or popcorn or whatever, he kept us involved. And that's what was fun.
I learned to drive here. My uncle would let me take the trash out. And in doing so, I got to learn how to drive stick shift on a truck. So
we go from Mount Holly, which we have. There's the Wise's gas station and the Duralize here, and it's sort of like a mountain sit in there. We used to show movies in there, 10 cents. We had sort of like a little circuit that we played.
We were always working and involved with the business somewhere, and we enjoyed that.
As you can see, he built this in the 50s, and he built a massive drive-in. Most drive-ins would only hold 200-300 cars. This one holds 500 cars. He envisioned that way back in the early times, not knowing how it was going to go. He took a risk. And obviously there's been some challenges with my family through the years, but we're still here. We're surviving.
In fact, when we bought land to build, one of the factors on where to buy was how close was the drive-in. We're just above the hill. So we could walk here if we had to.
6 minutes to go to showtime.
Oh, the roller skating rink was a lot of fun. It was also catered to families. Years back, it used to be open every night of the week, sometimes on Sundays. And Sunday was really the family day. It was where all families came out and they did all kind of crazy things. Cakewalks, pie eating contests with the blueberry pie, and it was where you take a bite out of the pie and had to skate around the rink with this glue all over your face. He always wanted to be a carny, and one of the things that he did was he bought flying horses, a merry-go-round, and this merry-go-round was in the area where the skating rink is right now. In fact, the building was built just to hold the merry-go-round.
5 minutes to go.
He always had Petey with him, and he'd come down through when the kids were here at the drive-in and stuff, he'd have Petey walking around. We used to have swings down here, and Petey would be on this trapeze and the monkey rings and all that stuff. And of course the kids would all swarm around him because he had this monkey, you know, but he always had a little monkey, little Petey. He'd ride along with him.
She'll show you after a while. It goes from here, over here, down, up over here, over into the projector, down there, and it'll end up down here tonight. The whole film will be just like this down here. It's automatically rewound because everything goes from the center out. It's automatically rewound.
The nature of the theater is we're here for now. We plan on staying for now. We're running through Labor Day. We're going to look at the figures. We'll go from there. Hopefully it will be a successful year and we can continue on.
Well, hoping and praying that they can continue and we have a miracle to help them with their expenses here. That's the hope and dream. Because it's just hard to imagine it going away. And it's the last of a kind, so I hate to see it go away.
Love's Gone with the Wind, right? But we got it when it came out. We played it for 3 solid weeks, 21 days. And this thing probably 4.5 hours long. I said, I'm never going to watch Gone with the Wind again. So it didn't do anything for me, Gone with the Wind. So I'm just like Clark Gable said.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
It's showtime, folks. Enjoy the show.